Dear students, today's topic of my lecture, Units and Measurement, Chapter 2, Part 6. So, you have to understand what you have to learn in Part 6 of Chapter 2. This is here. First, I will explain absolute error, then mean absolute error, after that, relative error, then percentage error. After that, we take one numerical so that whatever the concept you learn and then you implement it by solving the numerical. So first of all, absolute error, relative error and percentage error all together. First I explain absolute error. The magnitude of the difference between the true value of the quantity and the individual measurement value is called the absolute error of the measurement. This is denoted by mod delta A. So what we have to do when we perform an experiment and take the individual measurements, and after that we take the difference between the true value and the individual measurement of that physical quantity, that is called absolute error, and it is denoted by mod delta A. Now here you note down the one important thing, that in the absence of any other method of knowing true value, then we consider arithmetic mean as the true value. Means the physical quantity which you are going to measure and the true value of that physical quantity cannot be measured by any other method. Then what we have to take? Then we do take the readings, 5 and 6 readings. After that, we take the arithmetic mean of these readings, and then that arithmetic mean is known as the true value of that physical quantity. So we consider here a physical quantity A. Then we say that let A1, A2, A3 dot 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 AN be the individual measurement of a physical quantity A. Then its arithmetic mean, that is A mean, equal to A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus dot dot so on AN, that is plus AN divided by N, or we can say that in the form of the summation A mean equal to 1 upon N sigma I equal to 1 N AI. So this A mean, here it is called the true value of the physical quantity A. Then we find out the error in the individual measurement value from this true value. So that comes to be delta A1 equal to A mean minus individual measurement, that is A1, then delta A2 A mean minus A2, and so on, delta AN equal to A mean minus AN. Now this is the error that we are finding here, difference between the true value and individual measurement value. Now the delta A that which we are calculating, that may have the positive value or the negative value, but absolute error, that is delta A mod, will always be positive. So you remember this thing. Now mean absolute error. So we have to take the arithmetic mean of all absolute errors, that is called mean absolute error. So the arithmetic mean of all the absolute errors is taken as the final or mean absolute error of the physical quantity A. It is represented by delta A mean. Then delta A mean equal to, within bracket, delta A1 mod plus mod delta A2 plus mod delta A3 and so on, plus mod delta AN divided by n. That can also be written in terms of the summation. So delta A mean equal to 1 upon n, sigma I equal to 1, I equal to n, mod delta AI. Now, if we do a single measurement, then the value we get may be in the range. That the value will come A mean plus minus delta A mean. It means what we are getting, A mean plus delta A mean, and then A mean minus delta A mean, means the measurement of the physical quantity A is likely to lie between A mean plus delta A mean and A mean minus delta A mean, which is written over here. So this is about mean absolute error, and the single measurement that we can write with its range like A mean plus minus delta A mean. Now the relative error. The relative error is the ratio of the mean absolute error delta A mean to the mean value, that is A mean of the physical quantity measured, and here we have taken the physical quantity A. So the relative error that becomes mean absolute error divided by true value or arithmetic mean, and that we can write like that: relative error equal to delta A mean, which is the mean absolute error, and A mean, which is the true value or the arithmetic mean of the physical quantity A. Similarly, we can find out the percentage error. So percentage error is the error when the relative error is expressed in percentage. Then it is called percentage error, and it is represented by delta A. So percentage error equal to mean absolute error divided by true value or arithmetic mean multiplied by 100. So finally you can write percentage error delta A. A is the physical quantity whose percentage error you are going to find out, equal to delta A mean, that is the mean absolute error, divided by A mean, that is true value or arithmetic mean, multiplied by 100. Then you will get in percentage, the error which you get in percentage. Now we solve one numerical and apply the concept so that you can understand how we can calculate absolute error, mean absolute error, relative error, and percentage error. So your question is here. Samriddhi measures the period of oscillation of a simple pendulum. In successive measurements, the readings turn out to be 2.63 second, 2.56 second, 2.42 second, 2.71 second, and 2.80 second. Then calculate the mean absolute errors, relative errors, or percentage error. So first you see that what is given, time periods are given, that is the individual measurements are given. T1 is given 2.63 second, T2 is given 2.56 second, T3 2.42 second, T4 2.71 second, T5 2.80 second. So first of all we have to find out the true value, that is the arithmetic mean of these observations. So you are getting T mean equal to 1 upon n, sigma I equal to 1, I equal to n, Ti. Then find out it, take the arithmetic mean. T mean equal to 2.63 plus 2.56 plus 2.42 plus 2.71 plus 2.80 divided by 5. So when you calculate it, you will get T mean equal to 13.12 divided by 5, which comes to be 2.624 second, and which can be write 2.62 second. Why we are writing 2.62 second? Because all the readings which you have taken, they are up to the 2 decimal place. It means the instrument which you are using for measuring this time, and that has the resolution of 0.01 second. So that's why we have to write absolute value or the mean value or the true value of time period up to 2 decimal places. Then the error in the measurements are delta T1 equal to true value minus measured value. So 2.62 minus 2.63, which comes to be minus 0.01 second. Similarly, delta 2 comes to be 2.62 minus 2.56, which comes to be plus 0.06 second. Delta T3, that comes 2.62 minus 2.42, which comes plus 0.20 second. Delta T4 equal to 2.62 minus 2.71, which comes to be minus 0.09 second. Then delta T5, which comes to be 2.62 minus 2.80, which comes to be minus 0.18 second. So these are the errors, and the absolute errors, the mod of these readings, these errors. So minus 0.01 second, that becomes 0.01 second. Similarly, 0.09 second, which is the negative value, that also becomes positive value. That is in terms of the absolute errors. So your aim is to calculate the mean absolute error. So you take the mean of absolute errors. So that is delta T mean equal to mod delta T1 plus mod delta T2 plus mod delta T3 plus mod delta T4 plus mod delta T5 divided by 5. So from here, the mod delta T1, that becomes 0.01 second. Similarly, here this you can also write, since it is a positive value, so the mod is also comes same, that is plus 0.06 second. Similarly, here you take delta T3 of mod, which comes to be plus 0.20 second. This is also a positive value. Mod is also always a positive value. Here it is delta T4 mod, which is equal to plus 0.09 second. Similarly, here it is delta T5 mod equal to 0.18 second. So substitute all values and find out the delta T mean, and which is 0.01 plus 0.06 plus 0.20 plus 0.09 plus 0.18 divided by 5. Then what you will get? You will get here, after calculating, after solving it, then 0.01 54 divided by 5, which comes to be 0.108. Then that approximately can be written as 0.11 second. Then its meaning is that the period of oscillation of the simple pendulum is capital T equal to T mean plus minus delta T mean. Means you have to write the final expression in terms of the mean absolute error. So T mean is the absolute true value, that is the arithmetic mean. So it is a true value 2.62 plus minus mean absolute error is 0.11 second. Now this indicates that the time period of the simple pendulum, it lies between 2.62 plus 0.11, that is 2.73 second, and 2.62 minus 0.11, that is 2.51 second. As the arithmetic mean of all the absolute error is 0.11 second, so there is already an error in the tenth of a second. So that's why there is no point in giving the period to the hundreds. A more correct way will be to write the time period of oscillation of simple pendulum is T equal to 2.6 plus minus 0.1 second. Now we calculate the relative error. So relative error delta T equal to delta T mean upon T mean, that is 0.1 upon 2.6 equal to 0.038, which is approximately equal to 0.04. Similarly, find out the percentage error delta T equal to delta T mean divided by T mean multiplied by 100. So substitute the value delta T equal to 0.1 upon 2.6 multiplied by 100. Then you calculate it, it comes delta T equal to 0.038 into 100. So approximately it comes 4%. So you have already calculated error, first of all, true value or the arithmetic mean of the time period of oscillation simple pendulum. After that, error, then absolute error, then mean absolute error, and after that relative error, then percentage error. So whatever you have learned today, that concept you have applied in this numerical. So if you like my video, like it, subscribe it, press the bell icon, stay safe, stay healthy, learn physics with my YouTube channel by staying at home. Thank you and have a nice day.